we are going to be going through a few things on our Sunday chat. So it is our Sunday chat. This is when we come on here and we talk about everything business. And, you know, talking about business is something we really need to do because it does help all of us move forward and know exactly what we want in our business and maybe get some new tips, some new tricks, and just find out some things that we can do along the way. So I do have my list, although I've left it at the opposite side of the bench, so I will have to sneak over and go and grab it. So I'm going to sneak over. I'll be 1 second and I'll be back. All right, I am back. I definitely have it here on my list. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about researching product prices. That is really important. Some revenue streams. We will also talk about giving yourself a pat on the back because sometimes we don't do that enough and we really do need to. Oh, hello, Soap Chef. How are you, my love? Welcome. Yes, you did make it to my live. I am sure it is evening in the US, but I always think if I do it at this time, it works out better for everyone. Hi, Suzanne. I'm doing super well, my love. I finally got better and got rid of this cough. I've coughed a few times and that's about it. But, yeah, so that is really good. So that's something anyway, isn't it? So now I thought, look, we need to talk about a few things as well, also supporting people and so on. But like I said, I do have my list. I've ran over and got it from the start. Oh, the time's good, Soap Chef. Great. And that's the thing too. I think in Australia, it's Sunday. So in the US, it's Saturday. So I think at least people have finished work and everyone can join in if they want to. Hi, Amber. Welcome, my love, to Sunday Chat. So now let's get into Sunday Chat because lots of people log on later on. They watch this video because it will be saved. And I have put some links in this video, everyone, as well. If you want to join FAIR, I do have a link and for that particular link, you can just link onto that and it will take you over to FAIR and then it will actually help you start the process much easier. So if you link onto that and if you end up joining FAIR, I think I do get a commission, a very small one, but it doesn't matter. It's just really to help everyone. And I promise everyone I have a video coming out on how to load your products to FAIR and how to make it work. I did film that yesterday, so I'm in the middle of fixing it. Hello, Stephanie York. How are you, my love? Welcome to Sunday Chat. So now let's get into the first thing. Now I've done some research for you all just to let you know to help along. Now we're going to talk about researching product prices. Now, can I tell you, I have a lot of people on my site. They don't buy from me. They're obviously just seeing my prices. They're seeing what I do, and that's fine. I suggest to do that. And don't be upset if you get 60 people to your site but no one buys anything, because we're in the era of everything's at our fingertips. So it is a good idea to go to lots of other competitors. I do it all the time. Look at their prices, look at their packaging, look at their photos, and it will give you ideas. So you might say that you don't like it and you'll do something different, or you might go, oh, I really like that. Maybe I need to touch up on my skills a little bit. So it's really important to always be looking at prices of other people as well as yourself. And it's not just the price. It may be the product photography, the way they're doing things, the theme that they've set out. There's lots and lots of things. And when I actually was filming my FAIR video, that was one thing that I did think about on my particular FAIR. It looks very cohesive. I've spent so much time, well over 100 hours of time trying to fix everything. Hello, Karen. Welcome, my love. And I've spent a lot of time with photos and going back and forward. And you know what? Once you set your site, it doesn't mean that's it, you're finished. You continuously have to update things all the time. So now like I said, we're going to talk about researching the product prices. Like I said, go onto other competitors' websites. It doesn't matter if you're in the same country or a different country. It is really important just to go and see what they're up to. Do remember, if you're looking at my site, obviously my prices are Australian prices. Our prices are just a tiny bit different as well. Yeah, well, that's right, Stephanie. Exactly. Take it as an absolute compliment. If people come to your site and are looking at your products, I think that is an amazing thing. Hello, Hunter and Carly. Welcome, my love. Oh, you love my new labels. Thank you. I've spent so much time on these new labels. Just crazy. And that's what I'm saying. We never, ever stop. So now you need to look at what are your competitors' prices. And now this is a really important thing to think about. Can you compete? Because there's no good saying, I'm going to make, we'll pretend, right? I'm going to make these beautiful earrings. I'm going to sell them for $8. On Etsy, they're $8. No way I'm selling that for $8. I mean, I had to pour this, sand it, buy all of the products that go into it. Now, I'm actually using a beautiful pigment, not just paint, to do mine. And I actually shipped that in from the UK. So that's what I'm saying with prices. So I might be using something different to somebody else. So, so you can look at their prices, but do remember, and I'll talk about this in a minute, how you need to figure out your price as well. I do look at other competitors' prices, but I never try and match that price. Never, ever do I do that, because that's a slippery slope downhill, because they might be buying in massive bulk. And as a lovely lady, Robin, I know that has Robin Soap House, she was saying that she actually ended up hiring, like a Kennard's storeroom to put her coconut wax in, her coconut oil, because she was buying coconut oil in shipments. Now, I can't afford to do that. I would be buying maybe 4 boxes of coconut at the most. And that's the thing. So obviously Robin would get that much cheaper, so then her price would come down, whereas I couldn't compete with that. So that's what I'm saying. It's really important to also be realistic on your price. So you're not going to be able to sell a soap for $3 like a massive factory could. You just can't do it. You just couldn't make any money in that. There would be absolutely no meat on the bone, so to speak, for you. So please don't ever feel like you have to compete with the price, but it's good to know what everyone else is charging as well. Also, who are your competitors? Now, my husband and I were talking about this morning, and my competitor would not be Walmart or Kmart. It's not my competitor, because I'm making things that, for instance, my candles, they're pure soy. I'm using a really high grade fragrance oil that is all manufactured in Australia. It's just a higher level than maybe something that's done overseas. And they're obviously not doing that. I don't put paraffins, they do, and so on. So there's a lot of differences. So they're really not someone I should be judging myself against. Hello from Sweden. Hello, my love. You are totally welcome. From Chicago. Hi, Hillary. Welcome to our Sunday chat. So like I said, so just make sure that you're comparing yourself with somebody that's relative to you. It's like apples to apples compared to apples to oranges, so to speak. Like I said, always make sure you compare yourself. So if you're a soap maker, candle maker, maybe you want to compare yourself to me, because I'm still a small maker. So that's what I mean. And this is all a part of research. And I'm telling you, big corporate companies, this is what they do. They would have somebody paid to literally be researching all the time their competitors. So it's something you should be doing at least once a month, just to see how the market's changing and trends and things like that. So a while ago, they had like bottles like this. So this is from Pure Candle Supplies. So this is just a white label. Now, that was very in to do white labels. Now it's not. So that's what I mean. You need to always be looking at what the trends are. And, we went through a stage of really minimalistic. Now we're kind of got to more colors. So that's what I mean. Trends change all the time. Also, look at your competitors' packaging, and, the one thing I have to say as well. Oh, hi, Amber. Oh, thank you, my love. You're just a gem. Thank you. I do try and be supportive, and I do hope that these Sunday chats do kind of give you a bit of idea on, what to look for as well. So now we're going to talk about packaging, weren't we? So look at the packaging as well, but never copy someone else. I mean, look, your design might be similar. I mean, as I say to people, a lavender bath bomb's a purple bath bomb. I mean, you can't make anything too more different than that, so that to me is not copying. But, like, you don't want to see someone's label and copy the exact label, because then it's not you. Even though it might look easy, then it's not going to be you. So definitely do that too. Oh, you bought the chip candle, Stephanie. Yeah, I have too. And that, and this is the thing. Can I tell everybody? Sorry, I'm just going to read this for a second. Yeah, that's right, Soap Chef. She's saying that, sales are slow at the moment. They're slow all over the world, my love. In Australia, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible. We've had many businesses go broke here, many, and big businesses. Oh, how do I choose the name for my products? I just come up with it myself. Usually it will just be something that's happened and I just think, oh, that's cute. A lot of my products are actually named after experiences. Like I have a soap called Gala because at the conference we had a gala evening, so it was called Gala. So that's how I got that name. And another name actually that one of my soaps is called Shanty. And my grandmother used to say, let's have a shanty. So that's why I came up with that. So funny. Hi, Rainbow. How are you going, my love? Welcome. Yes, you definitely did make it to our Sunday chat. So, so like I said, look at colours, look at design, look at the values of the company you're comparing with. Are their values similar to yours? Are they sustainable? Are they using fair trade? Are the ingredients similar? Because all of these things impact the price. So there's no good comparing yourself, like I said, with a candle that is totally paraffin and yours is all natural and, you're using a really high blend quality oil. There's no difference. There's a big difference. The same as if somebody's making their own candle compared to buying a cheap one from Kmart. There's a big difference as well. Yeah, that's right, Soap Chef. All around the world. In Australia, we had a huge building company, multi-million-dollar building company fold, and thousands of houses are left unfinished. And unfortunately, that builder, the last few homes, didn't even have insurance. So those people have all lost their deposits and money. And then we had a second builder fold as well, which I think they're in administration at the moment. And it's not the first. There's a couple beauty companies that have also gone bad, absolutely terrible around the world. So if you're not getting even one sale a month, please don't worry. If I'm going to be really honest with you, I think I'm lucky to get 2 retail sales a month at the moment because that's how bad things are. Yeah, housing in Australia is so expensive, Rainbow. Like, as I've talked about this before, to get a house in Australia, you need $1 million. I mean, or close enough to $1 million. I mean, I live way out in the country. We are 2.5 hours from the city. And my house here, I think it's probably worth maybe $700,000 now. And it's only a little old house. It's a tiny 3-bedroom. My lounge room is only like 5 by 6 meters. That's very small for Australia. And we were lucky that we bought a really old rundown house and we did it up because we just could not afford those kind of prices. That's not true. We could have afforded it, but we didn't want a mortgage and that was massive. So yeah, Melbourne, Rainbow, can I tell you, Melbourne has actually just beat Sydney in the prices to, like say the most livable city, but one of the most expensive cities. So Melbourne's not as expensive as Sydney with houses, but food's more expensive in Melbourne. So it's funny, isn't it? Just the way it works. And even, like a bag of frozen veggies, they used to be $2 and now they're almost $8 a bag in Melbourne. So that is huge. I do not know how people that are, living on an average to lower income can actually afford that. I'm very lucky because my husband's an engineer and we scraped and had no money while he was at uni because we were married and we had our children while he was at uni for 9 years part-time. So, yeah, very hard. I don't know how people can survive. Yeah, I've seen that. Actually, in Australia, yeah, cheese is about $12 a bag now in Australia. Absolutely outrageous. Like I said, I don't know how people can afford it, and I really worry for the next generation to buy a house. But anyway, let's get on to that. So like I said, that's something you need to research, everyone. Yeah, I know, Soap Chef, you're going to be amazed. Most people's shopping bill in Australia is about $400 a week on food. Yeah, cereal $8 a box. Yeah, I've seen that too. Some of them are 10 now, Stephanie. Tough in New Zealand too, Amber. Yeah, just terrible, and I've seen a lot of homeless people. There was a homeless man the other day and said, "Oh, could I have some money?" And I could see he was really hungry, and I went in, just took $5 out of the bank and just gave it to him. And he was actually very gracious and said, "Thank you so much. I haven't eaten for a day," because food's just so hard. So yeah, really, really, really hard. My heart just absolutely is so sad for people like that. So please be kind to other people. We just never know. We just don't know as well. It's just really sad. Anyway, my heart just really breaks for those people. So please be kind. If you see people waiting at a food bank or something, see what you can donate, because we are in just such hard times. I never thought I'd see this in my life. But anyway, we definitely are. So, and in the background on my website, I'm working on donating some money to homeless out of each product I sell. So that I've got to still figure that out, but that's something I'm really passionate about. So anyway, we'll see what I can do. I'm not sure. Something's come up on my screen. Did somebody just give me some money? Because if they did, that is so nice of you. I've never been paid anything to talk on here, but I think that's what it means. I don't know. I've never seen it. But thank you. That's very kind if somebody did that. Now, let's talk about revenue streams. I know I've talked about this before, but so important, and pricing, everyone. Now, when I'm talking about this as well, I've got to tell everyone, please don't think I'm not making a sale. I'm just going to put it all discounted, because that makes everything as bad. Sharing is caring. Oh, thank you. That is so nice. Thank you, Amber. You're an absolute gem. I really do appreciate that, because I don't make that much money on YouTube. But I do like it. I feel like it's like a community for us all to get ideas and stuff like that. So anyway, but it's very nice. So now, like I said, revenue streams is important. You can't just go and put your price down, everybody, because when you do that, what actually happens is that's a slippery slide for us all, because then other people will say, such and such is only $4 a bar of soap, so why would I pay $9 from you? So that's what happens. Everyone feels a little desperate, and then they put their prices down, and then it kind of lowers that industry. So that's something I would say. And the problem is, and I know because I did this at the start, I thought, I'll just keep doing sales every now and then. And people go, I'm not going to pay full price. I'll wait for your sale. And I thought, oh no. So then I had to change things. So sometimes you have to be a bit tough on yourself, and stand back and tell yourself, no, I can't do that. Really important to not do that. I know it's hard, because you sort of think, I really need that sale, but it just ends up making it look a little bit desperate. So that's something that I would say, try not to do that. And like I said, I know this is from experience, because I've done it myself, and I've been doing this for quite a few years now. So it's just really, really hard. Yeah, shipping's so expensive, Amber. I get it. Here in Australia is outrageous. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you this, Amber. For a pair of earrings like this, because I've got them on Etsy too, I think I charge $6.95. They'll cost me $9 to send one pair of earrings. It's ridiculous. So, but sometimes you can change your product price to include that shipping a little bit, or kind of eat into it. And I'll talk about how I price my products in a little bit as well, which is really important. Yeah, that's right, Soap Chef. Your husband is right. He is right. Because once people see the sale, they're just not going to pay full price. And look, I know at the moment things are bad, but we will get out of this time. Like, I promise you, we will get out of this bad time. I mean, these things have happened for years. You'll get out of it, Oh, that's okay, Amber. You're welcome, my love. So now, like I said, we're talking a little bit about the revenue stream. So now, I always say this, if I was sitting on my site, my Shopify site, which I love, but if I was just sitting on that waiting for a sale, seriously, I'd be broke by now. I You know, like, and this is my full-time job. This is all I do for a full-time job. So you have to think of things like wholesale, fair, Etsy, maybe websites, doing markets, you know, doing festivals. So many things you need to think of. There is that many different revenues where you can make money. So don't just think, I'm going to wait on my site and I'm just going to sit there and, you know, sit there going, oh, you know, nobody's buying. Because if you have other revenue streams, so like at the moment, I obviously earn money on YouTube, I earn money on Patreon. So if nobody even buys anything, I can still survive and keep my shop open. So that's what I mean. You need to have other revenue streams. And a lot of people say to me, oh, wholesale's not worth it. It's not true. It is 100% worth it. Yes, you're getting less money, but you're moving more products out the door. So try and change your mindset and make your mindset understand that it's not about taking less, it's about selling more volume. So if somebody, for instance, is buying on my fair wholesale, they have to spend $200 or they can't have the order. I have set a minimum of $200. And yes, I might only be making $4 a bar of soap or $3 a bar of soap rather than $6 a bar of soap. But it doesn't matter because they're buying 40 bars of soap. So I hope you can see how that kind of reflects the price. Whereas if somebody pays retail on your site, they're going to buy one $9 bar of soap and that's it. Whereas you can make 20 times that selling wholesale. So that's what I mean. Wholesale is worth it, but you must understand your price. It's super important. So for me, I add up all of my costs. I put all of my costs into a program called Inventora. I did do an Inventora video. So if you don't know about that, just go into my particular YouTube videos and just write Inventora and it will come up. And I explain how that works. It breaks everything down to the last gram of money. There's plenty of other ones like Crafty Base, I think, is another one that also does that. But, you know, you can use all of these other ones. And then, so once you've got your full price, and when I say full, that even means your ticket, your box, your ink. It means everything that you're using. Once you've got that, then what I do is times it by 2 plus 10%, and that is my cost for wholesale. Or I times it times 4 plus 10%, and that is my retail. Now, the reason I'm adding that extra 10%, it's what I call wiggle room. So if you're only charging $6 postage, and then it costs you $9, that extra 10% helps go towards the postage. So that's generally, you know, why I do that. It's really important just to add that extra little wiggle room as well. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yeah, like, I get what Karen's saying. Like, it's really hard. Like, you know, we're kind of just in such hard times to sell things, but you know, some of these advices just kind of give you a bit of a pivot of maybe I can pivot a different way. Maybe I can rethink the way I'm setting everything up. So I do think that is super important just to think about that. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, on my site, I used to have, if they spent $80, they would get free shipping. Sometimes that shipping cost me $20. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. So I charge $9.95. It is a standard cost for shipping. So they paid the $9. If it cost me $14, at least they paid $9, and I'm only out of pocket $5. So that's what I mean. Sometimes you don't need to be like everyone else and give free shipping. It has not changed how people are buying from me. It really has not changed anything at all. I've not had any negatives. I've asked a few people and they've all said, no, I wouldn't. Most people know you got to pay shipping. I don't even, and you know what? When I see shipping that says free, it doesn't make me want to buy it. I go, well, what are they cutting out to get that? And you know what? If you want to do free shipping, you need to add the cost into your product. So when someone says free shipping, usually they've added a cost into their product. They've added extra onto each thing. So it's just a marketing ploy to get people to buy. So that's just a little bit about that as well. And like I said, the free shipping, I don't know. I'm not into that. I just think, you know, people need to understand we need to pay. If it costs that, it's what it cost. You know, like I promise you that the normal, your normal shopping centre, they add that price, the freight price is on their product. It's not free freight to get the apples from the factory, you know, to your local supermarket. So, you know, we're paying for that. So everyone should pay. What we're going to talk about here. So, like I said, you know, for me, you know, if it's $10 shipping, that's what you got to charge. Yeah, you got to figure that out, Karen. Yeah, shipping is really hard to figure out, and it's taken me years to go, okay, this is what works for me as well. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about is product photos, because I do, like a lot of people say to me that they love my site, but can I tell you, when I started, it did not look like that. It really didn't look that good. But, you know, I say it's better to just get up and start. Just start it. Just start your whole thing first, because there is no good you just going, well, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm not going to change it or anything. Just get your products up. Once they're up, you can slowly change them, because you're going to get better as you go along and evolve. And another thing is, I started putting my earrings on Etsy, which I'd never done anything with it. But I thought, look, it's another revenue. I'll put some on there. Anyway, I've been loading them for 2 days. Then I didn't love the photos. So I spent probably, I reckon, 40 hours redoing the photos and re-putting them up and adding videos. Now, videos are really good. If you have a Shopify site, add a video. Just make it a 7-second video. Like, you can even just zoom straight over your products, but it just lets them see them nice and close as well. Yeah, you launched your video, Stephanie, and still doing it. And that's normal, Stephanie. And, everybody, can I tell you, if you're looking at doing Fair, the one thing I definitely suggest is get in, because Fair is new in Australia. We've had 2 you know, quite big websites here in Australia in particular that have folded. They've folded their companies. They're closed. So Fair are going to have a lot more Australian companies going there. So 100%, even start your Fair. And you know what? You can add all your products. It doesn't have to be live. You can keep it so that it's private until you've done everything, loaded everything. It costs you nothing to do it. But once you start loading everything, then that's when you can start when you're ready. So that's what I definitely suggest. In the background, just do everything you need to do on Fair. And as I said, I've already added a link in this video. And for my new videos from now on, there will be a direct link. And from my understanding, if you go on my link, it does actually help you a bit, and it gets you straight in there. And then, of course, you just fill in your own details and go from there. And you can have a look at my Fair if you want. It's just Nelson Sopery, and hopefully you can sort of get some ideas on that. But like I said, I do have a video that I'm working on behind the scenes, and that will come out. And I do have a new lotion recipe as well that is coming out on Monday. But if you're on my Patreon, it's already on there now, and that's got the full recipe. That is a triple it's actually not a lotion, it's a body butter, but it's a triple butter body butter recipe. But it's not a normal recipe, that one. It's actually emulsified, so it's got the water and preservatives and so on. But anyway, I've done all of that, so you guys will be able to see that soon. And I do also have on YouTube, I've only just started doing, I've got like a membership thing, and I add lots of blogs and, you know, lots of different things that we'll be talking about on that. So that's just a private group. That should be in the link as well. You should be able to join that if you want to come over and join that and see what I'm up to over there. But you don't have to. Most of the things are on here, but that's just a private blog that I sort of do, and I can answer questions and so on. So hopefully all these extra things help, but I do know the Sunday chats help. And remember that our Sunday chats are every second Sunday. But if it falls on like, you know, Mother's Day, or if it falls on a different day, then of course we won't be able to do it. And I will leave a post on YouTube for my next one, because I am off to Sydney in a week and a half. And I'm actually off to a big festival, Pride Festival, helping my daughter with her stall, and all my candles will be there. So if you're in Sydney on the 20th and the 21st of May, come over there and see me. We are driving the 13-hour drive from our house because I own a new van, so we need that van to put everything in. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with my daughter, which her company is Honey Blue U, so you can check her out. She's on Etsy. And yeah, so it is going to be really fun, Karen. I did do one in... And this is what I'm talking about, festivals. Festivals are very lucrative, everyone. We did a festival in, where was it? Port Fairy. And that's kind of like right out the country to the seaside as well. The candles turned out beautiful, Stephanie. Yeah. So I don't use paraffins in mine, but my daughter was like, use a paraffin, I don't care. She wasn't as fast, but we used only like 3% paraffin, just to give it that glistening top, because she wanted them bright coloured, and soy just doesn't hold the colour well. So we put a little bit of pillow wax into a coconut soy wax, and beautiful. We burnt a few, really nice. As I said, it won't be for my company because I only do, I do no paraffins, but for Emily, that's what she wanted. So she's coming to pick them all up today. I think I've done 90 of them or something for her. So there'll be lovely bright colours in fruities and mostly fruit kind of scents, tropical scents. Maybe I think we've got a driftwood in there, or lemongrass as well. But anyway, those ones are going to go off to that festival. And my daughter said to me, oh, Mum, bring your new stone earrings because people will love them. They're so beautiful, and I've made quite a few. So, but like how we were talking about festivals, my daughter did the Port Fairy Festival. I think we worked out that it cost about $1,000 to do it. That was the accommodation, paying for everything and getting up there. And then she sold close to $6,000. So, you know, very lucrative. We were shocked how busy it was. And I've had people tell me that they have done a lot of other festivals where they've taken $10,000 or more. So that's the thing, you know, don't just think of markets, think outside the box. Like, is there something else you can do? Is there a massive festival in your town, especially where like it's a music festival? Because then in the breaks they come back and buy from you, and that's what Port Fairy was. It had the music festival in one, and then after that it had like a big sort of market down the road as they came out of the festival. And then that's when she took the money, because you know what? When people go to a festival, they're on holiday. They're willing to spend their money. They've saved their money. You know, they're having a good time. It's not like, you know, a Sunday market where they might just buy one thing. They're literally going there to spend their money. They're tourists in a different town. So that's something that I definitely see as very lucrative. And, you know, if you want to do professional packaging, sometimes you need to do those kind of things to get the money. And that's what I'm always saying. How can I get more money to do my packaging? And I will do a video soon. I've got, I think, between Monday to Thursday this week, my brand new packaging for my shower steamers is coming in. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. And then the next ones to be made will be, I think, the bath bombs. But I have got a quote for the candle boxes as well. But I'm going to see what I do with them. I'm not sure if every box is going to be different colours, or I'll keep the same box and then just put a sticker you know, in the corner of the box. I haven't decided. I really don't know yet, but I was actually watching a great Australian company, and you can have a look at them, everyone. It's called Hideaway, and they make lotions and lots of different things. They're a very big Australian company, amazing company. And they changed all their packaging for all the containers to be exactly the same. And then they just put a sticker in the corner, which will say, you know, grape or fairy floss, whatever scent it is. And I bought from there quite a few times for my daughters. And they love the scrubs from there. They have like a bursting scrub that the girls really love. So, but I'm doing that, and I will definitely let you know, because behind the scenes I'm doing a few white labels for a few different people making personal products. So as I'm going through that journey, I will record it so that you can see the process. Obviously I won't give away names because it is confidential, but behind the scenes I'll be able to show you different things that I'm going to make, and I will be having a video coming out on how to make a shea butter liquid soap. So it will be a creamy liquid soap. So that's something for me in about a week or two time. Hopefully that will come out. But like I said, if you're on Patreon today, the the body butter will be out. If not, it'll be on YouTube late tonight or tomorrow morning. So hopefully you all enjoy that. So I hope you love it. Anyway, I think we have come to a close today. So get your photos going, everybody. Make sure you give yourself a pat on the back for even giving this a go, because business is not easy. We all know that. It's really tough. So every little milestone, even one sale. Do you know, this is the thing, multi-million-dollar companies didn't start with $1 million. They started with small sales. Oh, that's okay, Amber. And thank you, Amber. You're an absolute beauty. Thank you for donating that money to me. I really, honestly do appreciate that. And that's funny because I did just get my US tax form. They sent me one, so I have to do one for that as well. Liquid soap. Yeah, I've got my recipe for my liquid soap. And Stephanie, a lot of liquid soaps do separate, but the trick is to keep glycerin in them. If you add a part of glycerin, it stops them separating. That's the trick for doing that one as well. I hope you have a lovely day too, Soap Chef. I will see all of you next time. Bye, friends.